Loose Women's Katie Piper gives life update as she's praised for brave snap. Loose Women panelist Katie Piper is a model and activist who has been open about her long recovery after being attacked with acid in 2009. Katie Piper has shared a little life update with her fans on Instagram. The model and author has taken some time away from being a presenter on Loose Women and uploaded a candid selfie of herself without any makeup. The activist has long been open about her long recovery from an acid attack in 2009. Katie suffered life-changing burns to her face and the attack left her blind in one eye. Sharing the post to her 1.1 million followers, she penned, "A little life update. Spent 3 weeks in the US recently, traveling and meeting inspiring people and hearing stories that have been on my mind ever since. Can't wait to share those with you." That also meant 3 weeks away from the kids, which I forget every time how hard that is, especially with a time difference, so tried to leave little notes for them to open whilst I was away so they felt connected to me. Feeling privileged to spend special times in the sun with family. The girls are growing up so much and their bond together is amazing to watch. I've been trying to come back to quotes I've saved in times I question what's happening in life, and what's on the brain today is, flow, don't force. I'm reading that as, embrace what's happening around you and make it work in your favor, rather than pushing things where they maybe shouldn't go. One of her fans commented, "You are so brave and an inspiration to your children and all in world that have something like you have gone through. I applaud your strength." A second chimed in, "You are the brightest star in the universe. You are the most inspirational woman on this planet." Recently, Katie was faced with agonizing news that the man behind the acid attack is up for parole. Daniel Lynch was convicted 5 years ago after he arranged for Stefan Silvestre to throw a corrosive substance at the former model. Katie was left blind in one eye after the horrific attack and suffered severe facial disfigurement. Daniel was jailed for life in 2009 and Stefan was given a life sentence, with a minimum term of 6 years. However, in 2018 he was released on a license and was then recalled to prison in 2022 for breaching the conditions of his license. After her ordeal, Katie went on to set up the Katie Piper Foundation for burns victims. Inside Loose Women star Gloria Hunniford's agony, marriage split and sudden tragedies. Gloria Hunniford sadly announced the death of her second husband Stephen Way in a heartbreaking tribute, but the Loose Women panelist has suffered immense grief over the years as she battled 3 cruel losses. Gloria Hunniford is a television presenter and singer, who hailed from Northern Ireland and is best known for her work on BBC's rip-off Britain and ITV's Loose Women. The broadcasting icon, 84, has been hit with a string of heartbreaking losses over the years as she announced the death of her second husband of 25 years, Stephen Way, on August 14. Paying tribute to her other half, Gloria said, "Stephen was a gentleman and a giant of a man, who will leave the most enormous void not only in my life, but our entire family." The legendary presenter continued, "He was an incredibly kind, generous, and caring man, with a delightfully quirky sense of humor, which remained till the end. We had a tremendously happy 25-year marriage and did so many beautiful and exciting things together that I will always cherish." Express Online takes an inside look into Gloria's life as we delve into the devastating tragedies she has faced, marriage split and heartbreak. The Loose Women panelist was first married to husband Don Keating, and it was her second husband Stephen who broke the news of his death to her when she came off stage after hosting a TV chat show in 1997. According to reports, Don was found dead by a friend at his kitchen table, with his dinner and a glass of wine in front of him. At the time of his death, Gloria had been presenting a new program on BBC Northern Ireland, unaware that her ex-husband had just died. The former couple were married from 1970 to 1992 and shared 3 children, daughter Karen and sons Paul and Michael. Don's death was a huge shock for the mum of 3 after learning the news. "I was in Belfast doing a chat show. Caprice and David Soul were on it, and when I came off air, there was a silence," she recalls. "It was eerie. I knew immediately something was wrong. It was terrible for Karen. She was very close to Don and she was heavily pregnant at the time. She didn't experience the full sadness of his death, nor the full joy of the baby's birth, because of the timing. It was just 7 years later that tragedy would strike again after Gloria's beloved daughter died aged 41 after a private battle with breast cancer. Karen was survived by her husband and the couple's 2 sons. Lots of people got in touch after Karen died, offering these readings, but I felt I never needed someone to act as an intermediary with Karen for me," she said, emphatically. "I didn't want to go down that road, nor counseling. I've enough people around me to talk to." It was her second husband Stephen where Gloria found comfort as he supported his wife through the family's devastating loss. She tied the knot with the businessman in 1998, 1 year after her ex-husband's death. Last year, Gloria revealed Steven had been left partially blind in his right eye after suffering a second stroke. She also praised the NHS in 2020 for saving his life. He was involved in a taxi accident in 2019, leaving the base of his spine fractured. In 2004, Steven had a heart attack, and in 2012, he had his first stroke. In a statement released this week, his family said, "It is with huge sadness and very heavy hearts that we share the passing of Steven Way, Gloria's beloved husband, who lost his battle yesterday afternoon." Steven had been heroically fighting his illness, but always with great tenacity and a positive spirit. The couple recently celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary. ITV Loose Women's Kay Adams reveals she lied about her age for years. Loose Women's Kay Adams revealed that she lied about her age for some time. The presenter revealed all as the panel was tackling the subject of whether priorities shift with age. The discussion led fellow panelist Denise Welch to call out co-host Kay, who had previously lied about her age. It was claimed the now 61-year-old had claimed to be a decade younger than she was, reports The Mirror. Denise, who is 66, said, "Kay does a podcast How to Be 60 because you didn't know how to be 60. You denied your age for a long time, didn't you? You lied about it." Kay owned up to the lie and revealed the full extent of it. She said, "Absolutely, I lied to my kids, I did a big confession." However, Kay made clear her deception was just 8 years younger, not 10 as Denise claimed. She said, 40 now, it's you're fabulous at 40, at 50, but once you get to 60, I mean all the greetings cards are about flatulence and losing your teeth, but you don't feel that way." This candid moment follows a previous instance where Kay revealed the truth behind her age deception to her daughter. The revelation occurred after Kay had knocked 8 to 12 years off her real age, anticipating her daughter would take it humorously. However, it led to tears more than anything else. In an interview on This Morning, Kay opened up about the age-related insecurities that she inherited from her mother. She said, "I was troubled about my age, and my mom used to be the same. I laughed at my mom because she would never say what age she was to someone, and if we threatened the children to do it, she would be like, 'Shut up.' She would always say, 'I'm over 21, and we laughed at her at the time, and then you obviously take on board these messages, and I did, and I shaved a good 8 or 12 years off with my daughter. And then I thought, this is ridiculous, and I got a grip of myself, and I took her for a coffee, and I thought she'd be howling with laughter and think, 'Mom, you're funny.' And her little face just dropped. What was a joke to me was actually stupid, and I kind of thought, this is daft." Kay's deception even saw her create a fake date of birth. She told The Mirror, "I'm generally an honest person, but I've always been a good liar, and parents lie all the time to little children. At the time I did it without thinking, it's just a stupid habit you get into and think it's funny. But now when I look back, I think, oh my God, you were sick." By the time she got to around 12, I was beginning to feel uncomfortable. So I broke the truth to her in a coffee shop, which was a lot more traumatic than I thought it would be. She had it in her head I was the same age as her friend's parents, and suddenly I wasn't, and that rocked her.